organization, groups and organization structure. Organization, groups and about organizational structure. What is organization and what are the features of organization and what is group? What are the different types of groups and how groups are formed, and also about what is organization structure. What is the importance of organization structure and how leaders maintain a good organization structure. Today's class we discussed about all those things, students. So mustly write at each and every point and listen carefully. Students, what is organization? We already studied. You already studied about organization. What is organization? What are the features of organization? And also about different types of organizations, their advantages and disadvantages from intermediate and degree first year also. So students, what is organization? We have studied about the paper business leadership. So business leadership, organizations, different organizations and different persons, and about different types of leaders and styles of leaders, and also about qualities of a leader. So firstly, going to this today's topic, what is organization? Organization is a group of people or mass of people gathered to achieve a common goal or gathered to finish a common task. Organizations have common goal and common tasks. Here, a number of individuals gather to achieve their goal or a number of gather to complete a particular task. Okay students, what is organization? Organizations are created because they perform tasks. Organization. Organizations are created because write down students, they perform tasks. They perform tasks. Which type of task? That is produce or production of goods and also services. Goods and services on a scale which does not done by individuals. Students, I already told that organizations are a group of people or a mass of people perform different tasks. Here, the matter of production, one individual is not suitable to get some production. So organizations are created to perform tasks which are not possible by individuals, separately by individuals. So here students, organizations may be divided into or studied into two categories, namely micro-organization and macro-organization. Micro-organization and macro-organization. So what about micro-organizations? Here studied about organizations in individually. how do organizations achieve their goal? How organizations are performed towards to achieve their goals. Here, macro organization contains studied about all organization structure and also about all organizations goals and also about the whole team members. This is different types of organization, micro organization and macro organization. Here we studied about micro organization, we studied about separately each individual, and macro organization we studied about whole organization structure, size, characters and also about the organizational goals. Okay students, organization is the process of establishing relationship among members of the enterprise. Why this relationship? Why this relationship created? The relationships are created in that way because of authority and responsibilities. To perform authority and responsibility. This is the meaning of organization. Organization is the process of write down students. Organization is the process of establishing goals of organization among individuals which of the who are the individuals? Members. Among the members or among the individuals of the enterprise. Okay, so the relationships are created. Why? Because the relationships are created because of establishing relationships and also goals. Why these relationships arise? Because they perform tasks. Which type of tasks? Authorities and responsibilities. Here organizations contains different leaders and different individuals, employees, management, leader and also different personalities. Here the management has the authority towards the leader. The leader has the authority towards to employees or subordinates. The employees has the authority towards to workers. So manager, a production manager, in the case of production manager. So here the manager, chief manager has authority in his subordinate, deputy manager. So students, organizations are structured very strongly, superior to individual, different superiors in their positions, and also there are responsibilities, taking responsibilities towards their superiors. Here the superior persons of the organizations are management, are proprietors of the management. So each individual plays two roles and working towards two roles. One is each individuals have authority and also responsibility. So here leader orders his subordinates and also leader is responsible for the management's votes and management's goals. So it is the meaning of organization. Students, just given definition to organization which is given by Chester I. Bernard. Please write down students. Chester I. Bernard defined organization as organization is a system of cooperative activities defines organization. Organization is a system of cooperative activities of two or more persons. Two or more persons. This definition was given by Chester I. Bernard. What is organization in the words of Chester I. Bernard? Organization is a system of cooperative activities. Here different individuals are there. So compulsory there may be need of cooperation. So without cooperative activities, organizations doesn't work properly. So different individuals cooperating each other towards to achieving goals. So cooperative activities of two or more persons to achieve their goals, to fulfill their tasks. This definition is given by Chester I. Bernard. Please write down, students. So what is organizations? Why organizations created? Organizations created because of perform tasks. What are the tasks? Production of goods or services. Production of goods or services. So which is not possible by individuals. It is not done by individuals. Which are the tasks? I gave an example about this. We want to produce some product like bottle or furniture, like television, like fridge, anything. So here different type of individuals may require to produce that good. So because there is division of work, each individuals have their capabilities and their capacities to fulfill the task. So these are not possible by individuals. Organizational tasks are not possible by individuals. They may perform by a group of individuals or mass of people. So this is organization. And coming to what is the nature of organization? Please write down all these points, students. What is nature of organization? Organization is a group of people or mass of people performed to achieve a common goal or common task. Now, what is the nature of organization? Write down, students, mustly write down. Nature of organization. So here, the first one is organization as a process. Organization is a process. Write down, students. And next one is a creative. Organization has a creative identity. And the third one is organization as a function. Organization as a function. And the fourth one is organization as a system. Organization is a system. Write down, students, and also organization is a structure of relationships. process. So students, organization is a process. Why organization is a process? Here, organization perform tasks towards to achieve goal. So there may be a process of achieving goals. Firstly, we must find out the what type of goals to be produced and how to produce them, and what are the required for production of goods and services. So, what are the capabilities required for production of goods and services? These all are structured by, or these all activities are done as a process. So, organization is a process. And coming to next one, creative identity. So, organizations always creative identity or has a creative ideology. Creative ideology. So here organizations have a creative ideology. Why? Because organizations are performed tasks in a creative ideology, based on their creativities and based on their creative ideologies. The number of people are gathered to achieve a task here. So each member had a creativity towards to his work. And coming to next one, organization is a system. Organization is a system. Organizations are systematically formed. There may be a superior person to subordinates. The systems are structured as a systematic process. So, the responsibilities of individuals, the authorities of individuals, the working capacities of individuals, all are as a systematic process. There may be some rules and regulations to perform tasks. There may be some goal settings, time settings to achieve our goals. So, organization is a system. And also, organization is a structure of relationships. Organization is a structure of relationships. So, here different individuals are there. They are cooperatively working and they had a coordination between them. With the help of coordination and cooperation, they work effectively. So, they achieve their goals. So, here organization is a structure of relationships. Which type of relationship and why these relationships are arised? Because of the performed task towards to achieve goal. Here the responsibilities are different types. Each person have a authority, and I already told that each persons have authority and also each persons have responsibilities. These are the nature of organizations. Organization is a process, a creative ideology or identity. Organization is a function. Organization is a system. Organization is a structure of relationships. And different types of organizations. I already told that the organizations are categorized as to study microorganization and macroorganizations. Microorganization and macroorganization. And here organizations are categorized on the basis of their functions, on the basis of their nature. There are two different types of organizations. Formal organizations and also informal organizations. Micro, macro. Based on study about organization. And also organizations divided or categorized into two types: formal, informal. Formal organizations, informal organizations. I already told about what is microorganization and what is microorganizations. Microorganizations are studied about organizations, individuals, organizations' capacities in organizations inner life. Macroorganizations studied about the whole organization's abilities and also what are the relationships maintained by organizations towards to other organization authorities or governments or other political parties and among different type of persons. So coming to some roles and responsibilities are contained by members. Some roles and responsibilities are maintained or contained by organizational individuals who are done their jobs towards achieving a common goal or by to get salary and many more things. So formal organization means working on the basis of rules and regulations of the organization and some systems of organization, and also based on authority of the leader, authority of the management. Here all members are working towards to achieve common goal, and they form to achieve common goal. They form to achieve some objectives. So based on some rules and regulations of the organization, obey some orders of organization superiors. So the formal organization are created for that. And coming to informal organization. What is informal organization? Informal organizations are created to be personal relationships or personal activities or personal interests of the organizational individuals. There may be people. Organization contains different types of people. There may be some people all coming from same place, coming from same education institution, or coming from same type of behaviors, and they have same attitude, same behaviors, or same responsibilities, or they all belongs to same category, or they all belongs to same positions in the organization. They may be working together as friendly nature. They formed as an informal group. Informal groups are very essential, and also sometimes they have some disadvantages also. By formation of informal groups, among the organizational individuals, some ideas, creativities, informations are shared between the members, shared among the members. By superiors to subordinates, or by expert persons to lesser expert persons, experienced persons to lesser experienced persons. Sometimes there may be a disadvantage of they working together and they are continuously gathered. So there may be a choice to some disadvantages, like secrecy is very typical because of this type of formal groups or formal organization. These are the types of organizations based on their study, micro, macro, based on their structures or based on their interests, formal, informal. And next, coming to next topic, group. What is group? Students mustly study about those points who all are written. Mustly follow the all classes and you must study well. And coming to next one, group. What is group? What is group? Here organization and groups are same manner. So what is group? Several individuals who are come to accomplish a particular task or goal. Several individuals who came together to accomplish a particular task or goal. Here I want to give a difference between organization and group. Organization and group. Organization contains groups. Organizational individuals are formed as groups to achieve some goals. Here, when we studied about organization, we also know about what is group, how groups are formed, why groups are formed, what are the different types of groups, why groups are formed. What is group? Several individuals who came particular task or maybe goal or maybe work. So here several individuals are gathered because to accomplish a task or to achieve a goal. To achieve a goal. Here groups are very essential to every organization. By formation of groups, organization may complete their tasks effectively. So each group contains a group members, different group members, and there may be a leader, group leader. So each groups are given by leader. Each groups are created by leader to perform or accomplish particular task in a time or in a manner. So students, here we also know about what is group dynamics. What is group dynamics? What is group dynamics? Group dynamics is a study of groups. Group dynamics is a study of groups. And coming to what are the features of group? What are the features of group? Write down students, what are the features of group? Group consists of 2 or more members, more people. Group consists of 2 or more people. And also a group is combined identity. Write down students. A group is combined identity and also interactions and good relations. There may be interactions and also good relations. Interactions and good relations. And also groups perform tasks. We already know that. And here some purpose or object. Groups has some purpose or task. Groups contain some purpose or combined identity. And also group members have good relations, good impressions and good interactions between them. And also group members have cooperations, coordinations towards to achieve common. These are the features of group. And coming to next one, what are the types of group? What are the types of groups? Write down, students. Types of groups may be categorized into two types. The first one is formal groups. And the second one is informal groups. And formal groups also contain some different types. So there may be command groups, and also task groups, task oriented groups. And here command groups and task groups and functional groups and interest groups. Interest groups and friendship groups. These are the types of groups. So students, first coming to first one, command groups. Command groups. Groups are divided into two groups, categorized into two types, formal groups, informal groups. We already know the difference between formal and informal. What is formal groups? Formal groups contains some rules and regulations towards to achieve a goal, towards to achieve a common goal. Here formal groups are systematically formed, and also formal groups are always based on their values and organizations implementations and organizations and rules and regulations. Always based on organizational rules and regulations. They work towards to achieve a common goal which is ordered by their superiors. The first one, command groups. What is command group? Command groups are formed to achieve a common goal. Every group may be formed to achieve a common goal. Here, command groups are applied to or formed to achieve organizational goals. Here, command groups like authorities of the organization. Authorities of the organization. They perform the task commands. How they gives jobs to their employees. They gives jobs to their employees, and also they may command their employees work effectively. And they also ask about the informations of the what work will be done. And also ask about what are the interests of employees. So command groups. And coming to next one, task group. Organizations are working towards, groups are working towards to complete tasks. Here task groups are people become together to achieve common goal. So here in task groups, they are always working towards to accomplish tasks. Task groups like particular work or particular job. In organization there may be a particular work or particular job. In a time scale there may be task groups are created. Task groups are created. And coming to next So based on like task force and committees, some other like committees, task force and some other. And coming to next one, interest groups. These groups are formed because of employees' interest, group members' interest. These also formed to achieve a common goal. And coming to next one, friendship groups. These groups are formed to achieve common goal, and they in friendship groups there may be chance to encourage each other, and there may be chance to interact each other, and there may be chance to share their visions, share their opinions and feelings and their work experience towards to members among different members. And coming to next one, reference groups. Reference groups are the groups with an object of completing tasks. So here reference groups are based on their operations. They are individual members by management. So here reference groups are related to management activities. These are the types of groups. And coming to informal groups are formed because of their interest, because of their friendly natures, and because of their they came from same place, or they came from same educational institution, or they are working towards to achieve same interest, or they have same ideas. These are the informal groups. And coming to next one, how groups are formed. How groups are formed. So write down students each and every point. Stages of formation of group. Stages in formation of group. How groups are formed. How groups are formed. There may be some stages in formation of groups. 5 stages in formation of group. Write down students. The first stage in group formation, the stage 1 is forming. And the second stage in group is storming. And the third stage in group formation is norming. And the fourth stage in group formation is performing. And final stage in group formation is adjourning. Write down students the stages in group formation. The first one is forming, second one is norming, third one is forming, storming, norming, performing, and also adjourning. Okay students, in this first stage forming, the activities of the individuals or group members are created. The activities of the individuals are created. how to accept and how to decide different activities, how to achieve different activities, different tasks, different goals. So here in the stage of forming, each group members are categorized by their educational qualifications, their talents, creativities, interests and some others. So next stage of group formation is storming. Here in the stage of group storming, second stage, the storming is characterized by competitions and conflicts. So here the group members' personal relations are very important. In organization, group members' personal interests, group members' personal interactions are determined by different persons. So task functions are very important. So in the stage of storming, the feelings and the attitudes and the ideas and also the abilities of group members are determined, and which type of abilities are suitable to which group. And coming to next stage, norming. In this stage, norming, group members are norming because here in this stage, norming, interpersonal relations of the members are categorized, determined and decided. So here, students in the stage of norming, each person has different interpersonal skills. So the members' abilities, the members are willing to which joined in which group, and the activities or the abilities of the members are related to which group. So personal relations of the members are related to which group. So the enterprise decide to keep their belongingness to their employees. So next coming to perform. When we create group based on our employees' abilities, skills, and when we storm, when we norm, then the abilities or the qualifications, the skills and abilities are performed here. And the final stage of group formation is adjourning. So here the final stage of adjourning is termination of the group. Organizational culture. The another important topic is organizational culture. We already discussed about what is organization, the features of organization, nature of organization. So different types of organization. And coming to organization culture. Firstly, students, what is culture? The ideas, customs and social behavior of individuals or society. Culture means the ideas, systems, social behavior of individuals or society. What is organizations? What is organization culture? The ideas, systems, behavior of organization. Okay. So here, what is organization culture? Write down, students. Organization culture is a system of shared assumptions. Whose shared assumptions? Organizational shared assumptions. And assumptions, values and also beliefs which governs the how people behave in organization. How people behave in organization. In the organization culture is a system of shared assumptions, values, beliefs and also assumptions which governs how people behave in the organization. How to behave, how to value, how to act, how to actively participate in different activities, how to work. So these shared values have a strong influence on the people in the organization and dictate how to they dress, they act or they perform their jobs, their acts. How to perform their jobs, how to perform their acts. This is organization culture. And coming to what are the features of organization culture? Different organizations may maintain different cultures. it matters. So organization, when organization maintains an effective culture, they may get success positively and correctly. So here the features of organization culture. What are the features of organization culture? Innovative. With the help of innovative culture, organizations always flexible and expertise and with new ideas. Organizations are always flexible and also expertise or experimental with new ideas and innovations. In here, organizations are very ready to taking risks in innovative organization culture. And coming to next type of culture, aggressive culture. The organizations which are having aggressive culture or they are focused on values, competitiveness, and also outperforming of these competitors, and outcome oriented organization culture. The companies which have outcome oriented culture, that they are emphasize achievement, result, and also action is important. Action of important in values. And also coming to next type of culture. Organizations with stable organization culture. Organizations with stable organization culture are always predictable and rule oriented and bureaucratic. They are always based on their rules, and they always based on their rules and regulations. Also they are predictable and they are always bureaucratic. The style of bureaucratic leadership style. They perform the style in the organization, stable organization culture. The leaders are as bureaucratic leaders. And coming to people-oriented organization culture, it is very important to every organization. Every organization mustly do this, mustly maintain this type of culture, people-oriented organization culture, because people are the valuable assets to every organization. Without human resources, without people, organizations may not get success. We already told that organization is a group of people, mass of people. With the gathering of people, organizations may achieve their success. Organizations may complete their tasks. So, people-oriented organization tasks. People-oriented organization culture. Here, in this type of organization culture, they are very fairness. This culture is very fairness and supportive to people and respect to all their employees. This is people-oriented organization culture. And coming to next type of organization culture, team-oriented organization culture. In this type of organization culture is team-oriented. This type of organization culture is always team-oriented and emphasize cooperations and coordinations among members, among their employees. And they are always collaborative and emphasize cooperation and coordinations there among their members. And coming to next one, detail-oriented organization culture. Detail-oriented organization culture. Here, the organizations are precision and paying orientation to detail. Here, they always attention to details. And they maintain hospitality. And they maintain better services to their people. And also they give better services to their people. And coming to next one, service oriented. Customers are very essential to every organization. So when organizations are treated their customers in a specific manner, they may get success. In the service oriented culture, organizations are giving services to their customers and always maintain good relationship with customers. These are the